going, y'all? Today I want to talk about shifting to second position. I'm going to be posting a full lesson on this topic on my Patreon, so definitely check that out. I'm linking that below. All right, so let's first start with where second position is located. So I don't have tapes on my cello, so it might be kind of difficult to see. But basically, you're going to be replacing your fourth and third fingers with your second and first fingers. Okay, so an easy way to find that is by using the octaves. So I can use my octave open D and second finger D. If I'm really in tune, those will sound really nice. You'll know immediately, if you're not lined up there. Also, you can use your tape. So your second finger will be on your third tape and your first finger will be on your second tape, okay? And we can use our open string to also listen for that C sharp. It doesn't sound as resonant as that octave, but you'll still know if you're slightly flat or sharp. And then we can do the same thing for our fourth finger E, okay? And if you have tapes on your cello, that E is going to be that fourth tape, okay? So yeah, let's now talk about how we're going to get from first position to second position. And I like to start with sliding on the same finger. So traveling to a note where we're going to use the same finger. So we would start that with, if we're on the A string, we're going to go first finger B to first finger C sharp. Okay? And so you can play that in first position initially, just 1-3, 1-3, just to get comfortable with what that sounds like. And then what I want you to do is you're going to do what I call a siren slide. Okay? I didn't make that term up. I don't. That's not my term. I learned that from someone else. But you'll hear when I do this, kind of sounds like a siren, right? And you can split that up between two bows. Okay? And we're just practicing that movement of smoothly going from first position to second position. And we can bring that down as well. Okay? And something I like to think about when I'm doing that is if you've ever watched a train come into a station, it does that slowly, right? As it approaches the station, it gets slower and slower. And that's the kind of movement we want with our shift. Okay, let's do the same thing now with, we're gonna do C natural and second finger D. Okay, so again, you can play those in first position. Just to hear what those sound like. And then we're gonna do our siren slide. Okay, and let's do the same thing with fourth finger D and fourth finger E. Okay, so this one we can't really play as easily in first position. Actually, we can't play the E. We can't play the E in first position, so we can do what we did earlier where we found the octave. Okay, we know what those are supposed to sound like now, and so we'll do our siren slide. okay? So I've been playing cello for a while, so I'm kind of getting those shifts right away because I have that muscle memory. But you'll find yourself missing those shifts, you know, especially if you're just starting with cello. And that's okay, but you want to, when you're doing that, you want to really listen and hear if you're going too high or too low. So in that case, I was too high. And we can check that with our open string. And actually the easiest note to check is that octave. So, right, really sharp. So then I know, okay, I need to go a little bit lower. Okay, let's talk about shifting to a finger that isn't the same as our starting finger. So let's start with going from, let's say we want to go from first finger B to second finger D. Okay, so actually we're going to do the same siren slide that we did for B to C sharp. The only difference is when we get to C sharp, we're going to put down our second finger D immediately. So it's going to sound like this. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, and then going back down, we're going back to B. So we want to, again, slide on that first finger. So here we go. Okay, and as you get consistent with those, and you know you're moving really smoothly and fluidly, I would then see if you can move a little bit faster. Okay, so if I'm doing that same shift. And you'll notice that kind of scoopy siren slide isn't there anymore, okay? But that first part of our practice is really important, just getting that muscle memory down and making sure you're hitting those pitches consistently. All right, thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, I'm doing a full lesson for this on my Patreon, so definitely check it out. It's linked below. All right, bye-bye.